Good afternoon, scholars. We are going to go on and get started with our week one of Zoom for our course, ED 752, Cultural Responsive Classroom Organization and Management. I am Dr. Rainey, and I'm your lead learner for this course, and I'm so excited to have you in the course and actually be leading and teaching this course. This is one of my favorite courses because my background is in transformation schools, work school turnaround. And one big piece that I really feel that it's very important to get right in school turnaround is staff student culture, when it comes to where kids truly know the importance of coming to school and that discipline. All 17 of my years have been done in transformation schools, works, urban city schools, inner city schools, high poverty, drug infested neighborhoods, all of those things that brings challenges with behaviors. And I've been quite successful in each of the three school settings I've worked for. So I'm really excited to share a lot of the approaches and strategies that I use to help turn those schools around, as well as with our course materials that we'll be focusing on. Tonight will probably be our longest Zoom. It's because it would never go over 40 minutes, because I want to explain some things to you about the course, how it's set up, the processes with grading and all those things. Normally, after this week, what we'll normally do, we'll just get on and we'll reflect. We'll talk about the upcoming assignments and also reflect on the assignments you had for the week and begin to ask clarifying questions that you may have when it comes to it. So first of all, I'm not going to read the syllabus to you because it's been posted, and I'm not going to insult your intelligence. I feel that you can read it. It's very self-explanatory. Just want to stamp and highlight some things. I know you looked at the syllabus and you seen that we are jam-packed. You guys, yes, you have a lot of work ahead of you, but it's good work that's going to really build you to be a strong leader of this work. You're going to be able to really be an asset to your leadership teams after you take this course, especially around the discipline and student culture aspect of an actual school. So I want to encourage you, just stay with me. You can get the assignments done, but it's very important work. So you can't get behind or you'll be struggling throughout the course. The course moves very fast. It's a 7 weeks course. And you have things to do each week. And it's very important that you probably look ahead, because some of the assignments build, but I'll give you guidance and updates when you need to do that, so that you can be aware of that. So moving forward, it's going to be pretty much just talk about this course. One of the main things, the main purposes or goals of this course is addressing school discipline in urban schools. And we're going to address that through strategies, through techniques, and also with you guys being doing some in the field research. So you're about to become a researcher in this class, where you're going to be researching the awareness and sensibility of cultural responsive on your campuses at your school. And you're going to research it through different lenses. You're going to research it. You're going to see what your principals and your leaders have to say about it. You're going to see what parents have to say about it, and also teachers that's in your school have to say about it, so that you can be able to provide some quality feedback and some also action plans around how to help your school become more culturally responsive in the areas of discipline and student culture. So gonna go on with our process for tonight. The first thing is gonna talk about the actual syllabus, some things with grading. It's kind of self-explanatory, you guys. I've pretty much laid out the course so that it's easy to follow. But one thing I do want to pinpoint is the rubric. It's very important that you are looking at that rubric when you are completing your assignments every week. One of the main things I've seen in my last course and to this, a lot of students gave up a lot of easy points that they needed in the end. So the rubric or the directions tells you that you have to respond to at least 2 people every week when you're posting and doing a form. Their response to those 2 people only puts you at the highest B if your post is of high quality. If you got a high quality post and you respond to those 2 people, you guys, you're gonna always score at the highest B. That's why it's very important to look at the rubric. The rubric say in order to make an A on a form, you have to respond to more than the required number. So I'm looking at, did you respond to more than 2 people, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people, and then you have a high quality response. So I don't want you to give away those 6 points every week because you just respond to the bare minimum. You guys, I remember we're going from good to great, and we have to do the extra. It's the extra that makes us great. So it's very important that you are really responding to your your classmates. This course is kind of set up just like a virtual PLC. We will really be learning from each other together virtually. And so when we get on our Zooms is just pretty much to answer questions and then make some connections and clear up some miscommunications or some misconceptions about our weekly assignments, and also talk about some trends that I'm seeing to give you some feedback to really, really, really be able to lead this work as a leader in your next roles. And so going on with our assignments for this week, I want to talk about those. The first thing you have to do is you have to respond in a get to know me post. You guys, I think this class, we have about 12 people in this class. We need to know each other because we'll be working very closely with each other for the next 7 weeks. So the form is there. Make sure that you go on, you post, tell us a little about yourself, and also make a connection to the culture responsive graphic that you make your connections. The directions are pretty laid out for you, so just do that. I know today was the due date for the post, but because we are just starting this week, there will not be any late points taken off, even for the course assignments, because I know most of you had to order your book and get your book because you will be required to use a text for this class. These kids are out of control. Why we must reimagine classroom management for equity. It's very important that you have that book because you have a 5-week assignment on this book. And so I don't want you to throw away those points because you don't have a book. And so for week 1, I will not take off points, but starting in week 2, I will take off points for late assignments when it comes to any of these assignments, because we're on a fast and rapid pace. And you guys, this is not my full-time job. I still work another full-time job, but I'm so glad I have the opportunity and the privilege to impact leaders, to build strong leaders so when they get in the field, because our school systems and districts need strong leaders and leaders like you. And this is a key piece to becoming a strong leader, really, really learning approaches and techniques and strategies to really, really get that student buy-in and get that those relationships and just to really build strong student culture. So our first assignment is a reflection on chapter 1. With chapter 1, you guys are going to really talk about truly understanding the background behind classroom management. You guys, it's going to be really, really, really a lot of research and theory. And one thing about me as a professor, I bring you theory and I give you theory, but I really, really make you go and apply. So I'm a person that I want you to have hands-on experience of applying some things. So when you finish the course, you will be a better leader or a better teacher in the process because you've applied some stuff. So you're not gonna just only learn through theory in this course. You're gonna definitely learn through trying and building some plans of action. So whenever you do get into that leadership role, you can be a true asset for a leadership team. And so, again, chapter 1 focus just understanding the origin behind classroom management through research and theory. And it's going to present some practice to you too, and which is our main practice as the focus of this course, which is culture responsive, really looking at things through a culture responsive lens. And so once you read the chapter, you're going to respond to 2 questions, and that's going to be your form. And then also, again, making connections to I want to keep on saying PLC, I'm sorry, but making connections to the cultural responsive graphic so that you can actually read the chapter and you should be able to make some connections. But most of you probably already going to make some connections before you even attempt to read the chapter, which is good. I just want to see what are your thoughts and where your heads are when it comes to really understanding a culture responsive classroom. And so I said I would make I would tell you my thoughts about the graphic on tonight, but I still see I need about 3 more people to post, and I don't want to give them the answer. So therefore, I'll be very, very generic, and next week I'll be more specific. But that picture represents a successful classroom when you're talking about social and emotional awareness. Those things are very important to build a successful classroom. And so I'm going to leave it right there because I don't want to give them too much and then they won't have to do any thinking when it's time for them to actually put their post on there. So then let's move to assignment number 2. Our assignment number 2 for this number 3. Our assignment number 3, the first assignment is actually getting to know form, where you're going to tell us a little introduction about yourself, as well as you're going to give us a response on your takeaways from the graphic. And then assignment number 2 is the chapter reflection. You guys, you got a chapter reflection for week 1 through 5. So that's assignment that's going to be the same every week. You reflecting on the reading of the chapters. And then our last assignment, you guys, is you're gonna do an assessment on your classroom. If you're in the classroom and you're still teaching, if you're not, then you can do it on your school. Overall, a reflection based on what you have observed, or if you are not working in a school or at this present time, you're gonna think about your last classroom teacher assignment, and you're gonna reflect on that. You just need to be very clear when you do your summary in the form, and let us know, are you reflecting on your classroom, your school, classrooms in your school, or your last previous classroom assignment? You're gonna do the assessment, and then you're just gonna write a summary on what you found out by answering the research question or the reflective question that goes with the assessment. And you're just gonna post it. So you have 3 form posts for this week, you guys. Very, very simple assignments, but it's going to cause you to reflect on some things. I really, really want you to reflect. Research states that when you reflect, you grow. If you're not reflecting, you're not growing. So I'm going to make you reflect every single week. You'll be doing some reflections. And so pretty much with that, just want to talk a little about the structure of this course. As you can see, we have 7 weeks. The weeks are laid out in the syllabus. I have posted the first 3 weeks on Moodle. This weekend, I'll upload probably 2 more weeks, so you can be very far ahead on looking at what's coming about, because some of the assignments will take you probably a full week to actually do. So you can't just wake up on a Wednesday and say, I'm about to do my assignments, and then it's time for you to post on Saturday. So some of them are going to take some time. So I want you to actually be able to have access and read ahead on some of those things. And then every week I will let you know what's ahead and what's coming to give you a checkpoint, because again, I know you are working, you're teaching, some of you are leading, some of you got a lot going on, you're coaching, and I want to make sure that you are successful. My goal is for every single person in this course to have an A after this course. I see some of my AP 1 students on my last course are in this class. So I want to thank you for enrolling as well in this class. That means I must make some kind of impact on you for you to come back and take me again with that. And I appreciate that. So you guys, I'm not going to hold you long, but those are the things that's upcoming for this actual week. And one, because I truly believe in encouraging, empowering, and inspiring people, we always end our class with a little chant or a little saying. And I'm going to end with that, and then I'll be in touch with you on next week. Actually, throughout this week, when I begin grading your assignments, I'll be communicating to some of you through our forum. So that's going to be our ongoing communication kind of thing. If you have any questions, any concerns, you guys, please do not hesitate to email me to let me know what your thoughts are, what you're thinking. If you got questions and need clarifications, please don't hesitate to email me. That's what I'm here. Remember, I am here for you to teach you, to help you go from good to great around this work as an educator. So thank you for taking the course. We're going to have an awesome time with learning. And until next week, you guys have a great weekend, and get your assignments done. So I'm going to end with our actual motivation quote, you guys. It's called excuses. Excuses are tools of the incompetent. They are used to build monuments of nothingness. Those who specialize in their uses are seldom capable of doing anything else. Therefore, as I strive to get this degree, I shall not make excuses. You guys have a great weekend. Thank you.